Hey y'all, so I am excited to do another video. Don't usually see too many people talking about, the changes that they've noticed since they've lost the weight. For the small amount of people I saw making videos, I always loved watching them because it got me motivated. It got me really excited. Yeah, I enjoy watching people's journey. It just keeps pushing me to keep going. Especially when you have a lot of weight to lose, you definitely need extra motivation sometimes. So I thought today would be a really good idea to just talk about my journey, and hopefully it motivates you, or maybe it makes you realize that you're closer than you think on your weight loss journey. But yeah, I want to do a video today on 5 things I've noticed on how people treat me now that I've lost the weight. Okay, so number 1 is just that I get compliments a lot more frequently. My whole life, I've really have gone up and down on the scale. I've never consistently been one size. I've always fluctuated. When I hit my heaviest, which was 210 pounds, I definitely noticed that I wasn't getting compliments at all. Even on the smallest things, really, I wasn't getting compliments on. And, that could have been like my outfit, or maybe I had a cute barrette in my hair. I just wouldn't get compliments on those things. And when I did get compliments, they meant that they always mean a lot, but they meant a lot back then because I just felt like there wasn't much about me that I liked. So they just meant so much more. So I just remember when I would get one, I would feel really, really good. Now that I have lost a significant amount of weight, I get compliments every single time I leave the house, and I don't want people to think this is me being, someone with a really big ego, like I'm beautiful, I'm all this. I think that I'm lovely, but I get compliments all the time now. Every single time I leave the house, someone says something nice to me. When I was heavier, I just didn't really get that. This one would be a lot easier to identify for sure. Yeah, if you maybe you haven't been thinking about it, next time you go out, maybe a week from now, just start thinking about all the time someone has said something nice to you. If you're a frequent shopper, just think about all the time someone said something nice to you, and maybe you're getting more compliments than you're really thinking. So that's one way you'll just know that you're on your journey and you're doing really good. The next thing, which is this one I hate to say, but people are just friendlier to me now that I am at a smaller weight. People are just a lot friendlier now. It's not to say that when I used to go out, people were going out of their way to be, rude and unfriendly. People weren't going out of their way to do it. When you're a person like me who's just very hyper aware of any interaction that you have with someone, I'm very hyper aware of how people are towards me. I pay attention to the way they look at me, their tonality, maybe their eyebrow moved a little bit, maybe their posture is changing and they look more closed off. Whatever it might be, I definitely noticed that when I was heavier, people were just not as friendly with their interactions, which always was so frustrating because when I was heavier, I felt like I had to be 10 times nicer to people just to get the same level of respect that I get now. So that's something that I notice a lot now, is that, not to say I don't have to try, I still have to try to be nice, but I can just be myself. Really, I can just be a lot more authentic to myself. People just treat me, nicer, friendlier, whatever it is. It is a lot easier now to go out and feel like I'm not under attack like I did before. The next one is very specific, but when I love going to the mall, I love going shopping, I love Marshalls, I love all those stores, I love the nice stores, I like Coach, all that stuff. So when I go shopping, I don't want a sales associate to be following me all the time, but it is nice if someone asks you, hey, do you need anything? Oh, do you like that shirt? We have another selection over here. I enjoy that. I like when people are trying their best to go out of their way and be nice. When I was heavier, I didn't have that experience as much. When I was heavier, people really weren't as nice to me. Sales associates didn't ask me if I really needed help. I often felt like a lot of them would judge me based off of a 2-second look. You know, like I never felt like I was comfortable in a store. I remember one experience that I had. I was going to a wedding. I had to get a dress. It was very daunting at that time, getting a dress. I was still probably 190 to maybe like 195. So I was pretty heavy at the time. I really was not going to be comfortable in any dress. And the sales associate that was helping us, like I found one dress in particular that I really, really liked. And of course, it would have looked better on somebody that was smaller. But, you know, of course I wasn't at the time. I just wanted to see if it looked nice. And, you know, she was just super judgmental towards me by me even looking at the dress and wanting to like try it on. Just super judgmental and acting as if like it just wasn't going to work out because, you know, my body wouldn't look right in it. And like, I knew that. I just didn't want to have the sales associate tell me that. Like, I know that. I know it's not going to look the best, but I don't really need you to go out of your way to tell me. Just let me enjoy shopping. So that's something I've noticed, is that people ask me a lot more if I need help, and the sales associates that do help me, they're always a lot more friendly and seem to go out of their way to try and make sure that I find what I need to make that sale. Number 4, let me please preface this as I don't need compliments from men. If someone's in my family, that's very nice, like that doesn't count, but I'm just saying random men, I don't need compliments from them. I don't have a desire for them because I'm in such a great relationship. But now that I have lost weight, men are so much more courteous towards me. Men are just so different towards me now that I've lost the weight. When I was a heavier female, I was invisible to men. In every way possible, I was invisible. I mean, even me like walking up behind a guy and like trying to get through the same door, they wouldn't even hold the door for me. They would just let it close. Not all of them. There's some really great guys out there. My boyfriend is included, but you know, the majority of men just were so rude. It was like they didn't even want me to be near them. I just felt very like uncomfortable around men, and it was the opposite. It wasn't like it's because, oh, they would always compliment me and make me uncomfortable because they wanted to be near me. No, it was because they made me feel like I was less than a woman. Like I couldn't believe it. What a change there was when I gained that weight and the interactions I would have with men. But now that I am back to being an almost normal size, I get treated really well by men. I mean, the other day I even had 2 men let me cut them in line. I had maybe 5 items in my cart, and just like in those hand baskets, these 2 guys were just like, oh, please go ahead of us. Like, they barely had anything too, but they just let me go right ahead of them. Men always hold the door for me. Like, there's very few times now where a man will not hold the door open for me and wait. Men start conversations with me more. It's very, it's just like, it's so annoying that it's true, but it's true. Like, when I was a heavier female from the opposite sex, I was just not viewed as important as now that I am lighter. I'm sure it goes both ways. You know, a man that's a lot more fit probably gets a little bit more kind attention from a woman, but you know, at the same time, it is one of those crazy things. And the last one is that people, before, when I would give my opinion on a topic, people really didn't value my opinion much at all. I'm sure that, you know, maybe everyone watching this video has experienced that, but you know, when I was heavier, my opinion was not valued. It was almost as if my opinion didn't really matter, and no matter what I would say, it was an argument against, you know, whatever I thought. Now that I've lost weight, people just respect my opinion and want my advice on things, and they will actually listen to me. This could extend into work. This could extend into your friendships, your family, whatever it is, strangers. It's just true. Like, when I was heavier, people just didn't really value my opinion, and in some ways, like, didn't even think I knew, you know, as much on a subject as maybe I did. You know, even though I was heavier, like, I still understood nutrition very, very well, and like, it makes sense. Why would you listen to me about nutrition when I've gained a bunch of weight? But it didn't mean that I lost that knowledge. It just meant that I wasn't following what I I knew. But that's just a silly kind of example for that. I'm sure there's other examples, but now that I am smaller, my opinion actually matters to people most of the time. But those are just 5 things that I've noticed now that I've lost a substantial amount of weight. So I'd love to hear some of your experiences and things that you've noticed now that you've lost the weight, or maybe now that you've gained weight. What has been different for you in your life? I'd love to hear it below. But thank you guys so much for watching. I can't wait to make another video. I have another weight loss video here, so please check it out. It's just about steps that I live by now that I've dropped over 35 pounds. So please check that out. Or maybe you're just into vlogs and you want to see that. I have 2 videos here, so please check those out as well. But thank you so much for watching, and yeah, I will see you guys in the next video. Bye.